We would like to begin the day acknowledging that we are all here on native lands, and here I am on Karuk land in Orleans, California. And I thank the Karuk tribe for helping out with this series and for allowing me to live on Karuk land. We would also like to voice our support for all the people around the world who are fighting to dismantle systematic racism and for police accountability. We're in solidarity with Black lives and the dismantling of systematic racism. Systematic racism and colonialism impacts almost every aspect of people's lives, including the environmental, water, health, and food policies here in California. Here in California, over 1 million people do not have access to clean water, and many Native people do not have access to their traditional foods, are unrecognized, or no longer have a land base. Locally here on the Klamath River, many people, including people that would be great presenters for this series, cannot engage because of the lack of internet or power. And because of that, due to the COVID-19 crisis, many people are unable also to engage in online learning and decision-making during the COVID-19 crisis. That said, I'm excited to introduce today's speakers. Kyella Farrell-Smith is from Signal Fire, and she's also a board member for Rogue Climate and a Klamath tribal member. And she will be talking to us today about both arts and activism and the Pacific Connector pipeline and the threats that it provides to the Klamath Basin. Michael Belchak is a biologist for the Yurok tribe and will be talking about the state of the salmon on the Klamath River and the threats to the Klamath River and opportunities for restoration through dam removal. And Tom Stokely is an analyst with the Pacific Coast Federation of Fishermen's Association and Save California Salmon, and he'll be presenting on history of the Trinity River and also threats to the Trinity River and why this is such an important tributary to the Klamath River. I am going to give a quick overview of the Klamath Basin, and please give me a minute to make sure that my screen sharing is working. Sorry, we have several presentations up. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. Please bear with us as we deal with the changing technology that we're dealing with. So the Klamath Basin is a complicated watershed and kind of a complicated story. It starts in the Upper Klamath Lake and the wildlife refuges around it, including Lower Klamath Lake and Tule Lake. It has many large tributaries, including the Sprague, Wood, Williamson, Trinity, Scott, and Shasta rivers. The wetlands in the Klamath and the rivers have been dammed, diked, drained, diverted, and that's left many of the species in danger of extinction. These species include coho salmon, lamprey eels, fall run salmon, and also endangered coho salmon, chawam and quado, which is the Lost River and short-nosed suckerfish. The Klamath is also complicated as far as water rights, case law, fishing allocations, and politics. In 2001, the Bush administration decided to use the Klamath in its push to undo the Endangered Species Act after farmers in the Upper Basin hosted a large protest called the Bucket Brigade. The Bush administration overrode a biological opinion meant to protect coho salmon and endangered suckerfish, which limited farmers' water deliveries. The next year, due to the meddling in this biological opinion, up to 64,000 salmon died on the Yurok reservation, which devastated the local community and the fishing industry. Since then, juvenile fish kills have occurred many years, and adult fish kills have been narrowly avoided due to Trinity River water releases. The Klamath is also complicated as far as their tribes and tribal rights. The Yurok, Hoopa Valley, Karuk, Shasta, Quartz Valley, and Rezagini tribes call the basin their home. Some of these tribes are federally recognized and some have reservations. Some have been terminated and their reservations have been taken, and some live on rancherias. The Yurok tribe has established fishing rights due to a case that went to the Supreme Court, and the Hoopa tribe also has established fishing rights. The Klamath tribe has an adjudicated water right that was won after about 30 years of lawsuits and struggle, and 2 Ninth Circuit court cases in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. This has helped establish important case law. The Klamath is also undergoing a FERC relicensing. This has led to an agreement to take down 4 dams. The campaign to take down the dams, which was led by the tribes, used science, the law, negotiations, and a direct action to accomplish the goals of dam removal agreements. The fish kill was a catalyst for this movement.